Hi, family. Welcome to another episode of Confessions of a Church Girl. Thank you so much for tuning in, you guys. I appreciate the support that I've been getting so far. You guys are absolutely incredible. Today's episode is going to be a quick get to know me. I actually recorded this episode before, and then YouTube was just like, "Wait, child, we're not gonna post this." Like, I was struggling, it was pixelating. Like, I tried every single thing that I could, and I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna record another one. So here we are. Let's go. So, like I said, today's episode is going to be a quick get to know me. I hope it's going to be quick because, like, I honestly sometimes just go on and on and on and on and on. But I'm going to try to, like, keep it short and sweet. All right. Yeah. So, first things first, for those that don't know me, my name is Stella. I'm originally from Rustenburg, Rusty Dusty, the Platinum City. Was it? Yes, we were raised in Rustenburg. My parents are both from Mozambique. What's up? So if you kind of like hear me speak Portuguese or Tonga, then you know that is from that influence. And if you hear me speak in Tswana, that's because I grew up around mostly Tswana people. Yeah, so I try to be comfortable. So I grew up in the church. My mom literally would force us to go to church, Sunday school, the whole shebang. So that's why I like Confessions of a Church Girl, because I've literally just been a church girl all my life. I know it's difficult for a lot of you guys to believe it, but it's true. um yeah, just growing up in the church and being who I am, like in terms of like my personality, like my style and my vibe, I kind of always felt that mm, like I didn't kind of find like my place in the church. I felt as if like I never fit in, like, especially coming from a church that was very like strict. You have to wear skirts, and like they were very like, you know um you couldn't date, like it was very strict. And I think it wasn't until I moved to Joburg and like went to varsity and went to church that side where I realized that, you know what, God still loves me the way I am. Like I can actually just be me, and it's okay. So yeah, I just remember um with how I actually started with the whole fashion thing, like how I fell in love with fashion. Um, it's actually so funny because fashion has always kind of like being a part of me, being a part of my life. I remember just as a kid, like my mom used to give me back in Rustenburg when I was like going to school, like my mom would give me like 5 rand. Like, 5 rand for school, and I would literally take lunch, and I wouldn't spend the 5 rand, and I would say that every Friday I would go to my mom's workplace, and which is like right opposite a pep store. And I remember, like, I would literally always just go there after school every Friday, like my mom, check out my mom, and then like go opposite and literally buy myself something cute at Pep. And I remember, like, a lot of people used to ask me, like, wait, what? Like, you bought this at Pep? Yeah, like, I actually got this at Pep. It was just like very difficult for a lot of people to believe it. But I realized that, you know what? Fashion is really about how you put together your looks, how you style them. You can literally go to a thrift store and just slay outfits. So it's just about having the eye. So I've always kind of like had this eye, but I was always told that, Sha, you gotta go to school and study something else that is not fashion. So I decided, you know what, I'm just gonna do this for my parents, study something else so that I can have money, and have a successful career. So yeah, I went, studied at UJ. I studied public relations and communication. Um, and I remember just not being able to get an internship for a very long time. So I was just going through the most, because when everyone around you has an internship and you just feel like, oh my God, like, why am I not getting a job? Like, everyone was interning at really big companies, and um, I was just feeling very disappointed at the fact that I couldn't. So I remember volunteering at this company that was a construction company. I volunteered for a little while, and they actually started now paying me and gave me like a job. And I remember I started off getting 2,000 rand. Once again, I was feeling like I am the richest person. Like, again, I literally had 2,000. So at that time I was getting 2,000 rand. Um, uh, so yeah, started working, and I remember just going through the worst breakup of my life, like breakup yom saba. And I was just so sad and like going through the most, and I was just really trying to figure out like what are the things that make me happy. Like, I wanted to do something that made me happy, to just like kind of forget and like get over that. And I remembered, like, you know what, the one thing that makes me happy is fashion. And right now I cannot afford to buy the clothes that I want. Like, I wanted really expensive, really bougie stuff. um and I really had a lot of ideas in my head that I wanted to like bring to life. So, okay, then I decided, you know what, I'm going to buy myself a machine. So I how much does a checked how much a sewing machine costs, and I was like, okay, 2,000 rand, and that's my salary. I'm gonna save. So I saved up the first month, 2 months. I think I saved up for 2 months, and decided to go buy myself an Impeccable sewing machine. And oh my God, I can't believe I literally still have that machine. It's like, it has sentimental value. I need to give it away, but it really, like, it's very dear to my heart. But anyway, yeah, and I remember just buying that Impeccable machine, and I started making things. And I remember at that time I actually didn't even have a place to live. I was like staying with my sister, and I was staying in like one of her guest bedrooms. And I remember just making pieces, and people just always asking me like, oh my God, where did you buy this? Oh my God, where did you buy this? And I would just be like, I made it. And they're like, what? No freaking ways, you have to make this for me. So I literally taught myself how to sew from YouTube. I literally would just watch YouTube tutorials, and I would make stuff. And then as like time went by, where I was working, I got a promotion, and like, things were like, going quite well. And I decided, what, I'm gonna get myself into design school. So I went to Vega. I enrolled, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna study while I work. So I enrolled for a fashion design course, and I was taking the course while working. You know what, things were just like, it was amazing, right? Until it wasn't. So literally, then the company that I was working for got like went through some financial difficulties, and literally all of us kind of like had to stop working and have a job. So I was out of a job, so I couldn't continue with design school, and I just felt like, God, wait, what are you doing? Like, then okay, so I stopped going to design school, and I literally was now stuck with just using the money that I was getting from my fashion stuff to survive. And you know what? For some time when I was really working, I felt like God really was showing me that this is what I need to be doing. Um, so when I lost my job, I was just like, oh my God, did God make me jump? You know? But anyway, I continued. I continued kind of like working in the fashion space. I did not have a place to live now because I had an apartment. I had now moved away from my sister's house, was was able to get an apartment, but a car, like, you know what, things were really looking up for me until they weren't. And now, like, I don't have a place to live. I had to drop out of design school, and I have to kind of like survive through the fashion stuff. Okay. Then moved to Joburg. I remember like staying with one of my friends in Joburg. Like, it was just, yeah. But you know what? God, one thing about God, He provides. He will show up. And I remember just finally getting another job, and now being able to do both the fashion and the design stuff. Okay, I did both. And I was back in Joburg now. Okay, cool. And I remember my sister just saying to me like, no, let me pay for you to um go back to design school. And like yeah, so then that's when I went back to design school. But since I was in Joburg, I was like, you know what, let me go to Vilioti Fashion Institute because I wanted to study illustrations. So then I went to Vilioti, studied fashion illustrations. Because I kind of like felt like in order for you to be like a real designer, you have to sketch. Honestly, not really. Like, it was just one of those things that made me want to kind of cement myself as a designer, or like as like entering into the industry. But I realized that it wasn't really like who I am. Like, I'm not that kind of a designer, you know. Even having learned the skill, I still felt like, okay, it's not part of my like, it doesn't work that well for me within my process. But anyway, yeah, so continued on, and yeah, so I moved out of my friend's apartment. Okay, that didn't go for very long because obviously I finally I got a job. Then I was able to move out of my friend's apartment, and I moved into my own space with another friend. We shared like a 2 bedroom, and I remember just sewing from a little small space in my bedroom, and it was, yeah. You know what? And then from sewing in that little bedroom to getting my own apartment now, where I got like a 2 bedroom where I could like use the other bedroom as like my studio, and the other bedroom was like my bedroom. And like, you know, I had space, and I was just like, yay, look at me winning. You know, so it really has been like a whole process. Fashion has really been like, has always been like my first love. I remember even in varsity, like with my friends, even just before like deciding to get into the fashion industry, like I remember just like being like, oh my God, I don't have anything to wear. Like, I always never have anything to wear. And like within my design process, like it always happens that I will have like a scrap fabric or some leftover fabric, or like an old something that I can cut and renew. Like, I always just work best when I upcycle or when I create from nothingness, right? So literally, I remember this one time I would literally just say to my friends like, okay, I don't have anything to wear. Oh my God, but I'll make a plan. Then I just literally rock up wearing this really interesting crop top, and my friends are just like, oh my God, where did you buy this? And I'm just like, it's leggings. I would turn leggings into crop tops, like whatever fabric is there, whatever it is that is there, I literally had the ability to just create something really amazing with it. And I think that's where I realized that I had something special. And to be honest, I that's where I realized that there was something there, because I thought that everyone like was creative in that way, but then I realized that okay, maybe I'm a little bit a little bit extra, you know. And yeah, I think that's where I realized that no, I actually need to take this a little bit more seriously. And yeah, it's been a very crazy up and down roller coaster ride. I had a lot of wins and a lot of losses. I don't know how many times I quit like this fashion thing. Like I literally would decide, you know, I'm not gonna do this anymore. Like I'm done. Like I'm done. Like, I'm done. I can't stand working with people anymore. Like, I can't stand this thing. It's not picking up in the way that I wanted to pick up. Like, I would literally always give up on it, come back, then give up, then come back. Like, we have fashion and I have a love hate relationship. Or more like a love love. I don't know. But the truth of the matter is, we always come back to each other because the love is real. The love is so real, you know, and I'm not giving up on it anymore, okay? So yeah, it's been a very interesting journey. Like even with ending up not working in the industry where I studied. I don't know if that's the right English, but whatever. I hope you guys understand what I'm trying to say. Like I now realize, like years later, like having met my husband, I realized that oh my god, actually needed to learn all the things I learned at the construction company for this moment, because we then ended up collaborating on a lot of work, and you know, we were able to help each other and yeah, and grow the family's business through that. We didn't need to outsource a lot of things. I would literally bring in my skill, he brings in his skill, we put it together and we create something incredible. So today I understand why I wasn't getting the job that I wanted. It's for this moment. And trust me, it is so worth it. It is so worth it. So don't despair. If things are not working out for you right now, don't give up. Continue pushing, because the truth of the matter is God uses every single situation in your life for your good. Everything, the good, the bad, the ugly, He will use it for your good. Anyway, thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. Please like, subscribe, and drop me a cute comment down below. I'm really appreciating all the support, and I appreciate every single comment, every single like, every single one of you guys, because the love is real and the support is really incredible. Anyways, much love from me. Have a stellar day. Mwah.